What's up, guys? Kyle McGuire, United Soft Wash. Just want to get on here, make a quick video, see how everybody's doing. That way I could read y'all's comments and stuff like that. But I'm in the shop right now, and I've come to the conclusion that your boy needs a fan in here. It is freaking blistering hot in here. I either need to get a fan, or I have an insulated shop. Maybe I pull them up and wire up a mini split in here and get some cold air flowing. But next year I will be prepared. Been in this shop multiple hours a day, every day of this summer, and I'm baking, y'all. But I wanted to get on here. The reason I'm making a video is I've gotten several questions and several emails about blend systems. Like where I buy mine, it's called a blend module, right? And this device gives me the ability to blend my sodium hypochlorite, my surfactant, and my water, where I don't have to batch mix like a lot of people do. It saves me a lot of heartache, a lot of time, a lot of effort. And it gives me the ability to, any job I'm at, whether I'm out here washing a vinyl house at like a low mix, 1.5%, or I need to step it up and pre-treat some concrete with a little hotter mix, or even go full blown to a hotter mix, 4.5%. I'm knocking out asphalt shingle roofs. It gives me the ability to do that on the fly. And I'm getting a lot of questions about this device because people just don't know what it is. They're like, hey, what is that thing on your truck? Or they're saying, how does it work? How much does it cost? Can you build it yourself? All these questions. So I wanted to make a video about it. And I thought it was a perfect time because I'm in my shop right now. I've had 2 brand new ones over here sitting on my John boat for a couple weeks, and I'm like, I need to get these things plumbed up. For the longest time, I had an air leak on one of them, so I switched to my other side of my system. I have 2 soft wash systems in my truck. But these, if you're not familiar with these 12-volt systems, that's what my proportioner is working with. It's a 12-volt pump. Very easy to troubleshoot. I was actually able to find my air leak up here at the top of the SH tank, right there at that bulkhead. That little elbow had a tear in it. It actually ripped, caused a bad air leak. Totally dropped my pressure. But I'll do a troubleshooting video another day. That's for another day. But let's get into it. I'll show you guys these new ones that I bought. And forgive me for the mess. My shop's a mess right now. This is my John boat right here, y'all. Normally I'm a river rat. I'm down at the coast a lot. And either in my boat or I'll jump on my parents or something like that. Fishing. Got some crab traps right here. Later on in this year, I'm going to have all types of crab traps on this little tiny John boat, and I'm going to be ripping them jokers out of the Intercoastal Waterway, some blue crabs. So if you like that type of stuff, maybe I'll do some blue crabbing videos. If you want to see that, I'll show you how to catch some blue crabs. I'll show you how to, there's 2 different ways to do it. I don't want to go on a tangent, but I'll show you how to clean them on the spot, and then you could steam them, or I'll show you how to steam them whole and do like a low country boil that way. But that's for another day. If something like that sounds cool to you, I'll show you how to get down in the waterways and rip some of them jokers out of the ocean. But great packaging right here. As you can see, I get mine from Southeast Soft Wash. I was very pleased to see that he took the time and effort to package it to where it's not just bouncing around in the box and stuff like that. Take this little piece of plastic off, and bam, there it is. Now, the reason why I went with this upgraded one was, didn't really have an option. I could have built the cheaper one myself, but Southeast upgraded what they were doing. They were having a lot of issues with like the Pentar valve. It's a cheaper valve. You see it a lot where pool companies use it for metering. It's a very accurate valve for metering chlorine for pools and stuff, but this is an official, I forget what these are, the GF valves or something like that. This is an official metering valve, right? This is a way more expensive one, a way more accurate one. But most importantly, the reason why I opted to get this one was the durability. It's going to last me a lot longer. It's not going to fall victim to these hairline fractures like a lot of the other cheaper mixers or proportioner or blend manifolds would without the valves. So we pull all this paper out, and I'll give you guys a down and dirty on how this thing works. Let me set this phone down. All right, so here it is, y'all. As you can see, I have 3 valves. Let's switch hands. Now let's just say that this metering system was set up on the right-hand side of my truck, all right? If you're looking at it right now, the very right side is gonna have the valve, the metering valve. It has a check valve above it, right? And now what that's doing is protecting my system, right? It's protecting my system from cross-contamination, or it will even do its job by catching any particulates or anything like that that could clog up the system like that. So you have your check valve, your metering valve, and you have a valve for your sodium hypochlorite, your water, and your soap. At the very top, the middle one has a smaller nipple. That's going to be for my surfactant, because I'm not drawing as much surfactant as I am water and sodium hypochlorite. And then the other one is for my bleach, my sodium hypochlorite. And as I was saying before, the beauty in this is I could adjust how hot my mix is. Now water on the right-hand side, I'm always going to keep wide open, right? Because I'm always going to want that desired flow, and I'm going to measure my mix based off me pulling full water, right? So if my water is wide open, 100%, and I wanted to open up my bleach wide open, right? Now I have 15% sodium hypochlorite where I get mine. But if I had 12.5, right, and I open my water all the way and I open my bleach all the way, my mix, if I had 12.5, what's it going to be? It's going to be 6.25, all right? Now, that's pretty hot. And if I wanted to dial it back a quarter instead of all the way open, let's just say, hold on, if I open my bleach all the way open, right, and I had 6.25, let's say I dial my bleach back halfway, right? Now I got just a little bit over 3%, right? You could do something like pre-treating your driveways with 3%. Or if I just wanted to dial it back another quarter or a little bit more than a quarter, I would be at the desired ratio for a house mix, 1.5%. My soap, if I'm doing roofs, I'm gonna open that joker all the way. It's got a small nipple at the top, so it's not pulling a crazy amount of soap, but it's definitely with a quality surfactant, and there's several out there in the industry. That's a different video I'm gonna do for chemicals coming up soon. But I'm gonna open it up all the way because I'm gonna have a great amount of soap. It's gonna give me a great visual indicator for when I'm doing the roof jobs of where my chemical is applied. And it's gonna give me enough to where it adequately sticks it to the roof where I don't have a ton of runoff, all right? So that's it. Meter and valves, check valves, your elbows. And to break it down more Barney style for y'all, there's 3 right here. Water, sodium hypochlorite, soap. It all comes down to this elbow right here, which is what's going to my pump. So I know a lot of y'all might not know how this works. Water, soap, bleach. I'm keeping my water all the way open. I'm adjusting my soap where I want it. I'm gonna adjust my bleach to where I want it, right? It's getting pulled down the bottom right here to that elbow that I just pointed out. And then it's running straight up here to my 12-volt pump. And from my 12-volt pump, it's going up to my hose where I'm applying the chemical to the house, the sidewalk, the fence, the roof, whatever it is that's gonna get me paid. All right, so that's how the blend manifold works. There's all types of companies out there that make them. By all means, you could build it yourself. And you could still use these Pentar valves. For the price, y'all, I made so much money off this thing. It would blow your mind how much money I made off of this one before I replaced it. And I rebuilt it a couple times because I either had a check valve that I had an issue with, or I had a hairline fracture. That's the main reason I upgraded mine. I had a hairline fracture on 2 of the meter and valves, where I had an air leak. It induced an air leak, which dropped my pressure, and I was looking like a clown out there with low pressure out there. So that's how it works. You could build it yourself. But for the price, guys, and I'm just going to tell y'all, to me, time equates to money, right? The more time I have, the more time I have to go out there and sell jobs or do jobs. I really don't want to be on Amazon late at night trying to figure out what freaking T-sections and elbows that I want, or what the valves are, and I don't want to have to be fiddling around here in my shop making that thing, I'm gonna just pay somebody to make it, because for the price that I'm paying for it, it's really not that much more than me doing it myself, and the time that I save is more valuable to me. So I went with Southeast Soft Wash. They call theirs a blend manifold. You could even go with the high dollar Pro Portioner. It's the same thing basically. It's a little different, it's labeled differently, looks differently, it's in a box. Or there's other companies that name them different things. So that's basically it, y'all. I wanted to make this video about what they are, how they work, what the components are, and what the benefits are. If you're out there batch mixing, you make a batch for your house, it's a certain ratio, you're gonna have to adjust that ratio, and it's a pain in the butt. You're gonna have to add more bleach or subtract more bleach by adding more water, and it's constantly doing math in your head. Where here, it's Barney style, y'all. Like if I need to change something, I adjust, I turn my pump on, I flush out whatever is in that 200 feet of Curatech hose, and then my new mix is coming out, and I can transition from the house to the roof. It saves you so much money. I highly recommend a device like this, because if you're not using one, it's gonna dramatically change the way that you're washing and you're doing houses. If you're using like a direct application system, a lot of people downstream, a lot of people XJet, but if you're using a dedicated pump, you have got to get a blend system. It's gonna change how you do things. It's gonna make you a lot more money, a lot faster. I'm gonna sit here, guys. I'm gonna enjoy this cold beer, probably a lukewarm beer by now, and I'm gonna get these new blend modules on. It's been a day so far. I just went out and did a roof, not a roof job. I got on the roof to do a gutter job, and I will post a picture right now. All right, y'all see that? Absolutely disgusting. Had probably 3.5 foot bushes coming out of their gutters, but knock that out. And now I'm about to get this system right, because your boy, y'all know I like to travel for the work. I'll do what I got to do for $1. And I'm about to hit the road again, travel out of town, knock out some commercial jobs. And networking is key, guys. I tell you guys this all the time. You don't have to be some cyber guru. You don't have to, there ain't no magic to this stuff as far as like figuring out the secret formula. You got to have just some hard work, and you got to get out of your comfort zone and just go introduce yourself to people and network. Get your name out there, because I'm gonna be washing houses this weekend, 4 hours away, or not 4 hours, 3.5 hours away from where I'm at right now, because I'm knocking out commercial jobs there, and I've already networked, and I'm knocking out houses now while I'm there too. So get out there, get after it. I appreciate every one of you guys. Drop a comment in the comment section if you got any questions about the blend system. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, my name's Kyle McGuire from United Soft Wash. Y'all, I don't claim to be a professional. I'm just a dude out here trying to get a buck, trying to earn a hard, honest living. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get that money. So hit some comments in the section. Hit the subscribe button. If you go to the notification bell, and I think you hit all, you'll be able to get a notification when my videos pop up, or when I go live, and you could interact with me and stuff like that. But hope everybody's doing good. God bless you, and I'll get with you. Peace.